Today we were installing some limestone step treads. Finish these bad boys off. Yeah, just the next series of videos, we're just going to run you through all the little details. So, as always, if you've got any questions, leave us a comment below. All the risers are even. Obviously, it's quite a unique shape. So the main 3 treads are even, and then we've got this little angled beauty at the bottom. The idea is this is a sort of a beach property. So sorting out your shoes, bags, stuff like that. Got a bit more of a seat at the bottom, a bit more usable. Anyway, that's enough about the history, the structure. Let's crack on. We've installed the first tread. Oh yeah, so riser, tread, just so you know what I'm talking about. We've installed the first tread. So this is a graphite grey limestone. First time working with limestone slabs, eh? So I will admit the main man Greg's has done all the pre-cutting for this. How did it cut?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
Similar, more like sandstone, porcelain, like what?
More like sandstone, but a bit harder, I'd say.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But it didn't chip, nothing like that, just usual diamond continuous blade.
Yeah.
Sound. As you can see, we've got some super nice clean cut edges, so these are the ones that Greg's has done. Sometimes you see the blade marks if it comes on an angle, but he's done a brilliant job here. We may end up chamfering or bullnosing the fronts, but that won't be in this video. We just want to run you through the simple details of getting the treads on. Yeah, first one's on, so that's our datum. We've leveled across, so we know the stonework is level within about 10 mil. So this was our highest stone. There's one more in the corner as well. So you can see we've got about 5 mil to play with under here. This is all sharp sand. You can use building sand. I know a lot of people like to do that. We just prefer sharp sand, especially with the primer. It's just a much more solid bed. And if you get it nice and wet, you can still get that maneuverability and tap down. But yeah, if you do things differently, leave us a comment below. Let us know what you think. As we've been wanting minimal beds, yeah, we're not using much mix. So this barrow will probably do the whole set of steps. Yeah, and I think it just comes with time when you can just eye it up, things like that. But yeah, we'll show you a bit of the process now. So again, now we've got our first slab on, we've got a bit of a datum, so you can see this bed would be way too high. And obviously, yeah, full wet bed. I know people like to do this, so then you can get the hollows in, but just if you're going to do that, ensure that you do get the full tap down, so a full bond onto your bed. I'm feeling pretty confident. Time will tell. But yeah, I'm just going to go for a nice fairly flat bed. Yep. So everything we do, prime the backs. I think this is an Ultrascape slurry. We've moved on to that, just again that's what we seem to be able to get down here. I know some people say you don't need to prime natural stone. I definitely disagree with that. Like, it's quite a quick, cheap, easy process that really does ensure the bond. So we're just looking for turn this way, just for water runoff, and then level this way. So yeah, that should be good. And this is a riven limestone, or the grey in particular is quite riven. So I'm just sort of picking a middle ground in terms of levelness. And then we just leave the primer a little bit back from the corners or from the edges, so you just don't get your fingers all dirty. And then while we're talking minor details, I like to do corner to corner. So this has been ripped down, so it's not that heavy. But when you're dealing with full 900 bis 600s at 30 mil or whatever, it's easier to sort of use your body weight with them. Greg's is just pointing up the fronts now. Let's see. so there's a tiny bit of overhang. Not really any room for slivers, we got it pretty good. So again, not super visible as it's below waist height, but it's those tiny little details in it. Two on, last one now. So you can see kota blue limestone, graphite grey. Going down the middle. Now last piece, just level it off. Lovely. So you can really see the colours now. We've got kota blue limestone, graphite grey limestone. The ribbons, it's been a little, nothing major, but a little bit tricky. You definitely just want to pick your sort of tolerance. You're never going to get them dead level when there's a fair bit of undulation. Seems to be a lot more on the greys, the graphite greys, than the blue. Yeah, all in all, so it's looking pretty good. Limestone step treads installed. Looking pretty cool. Later date we might chamfer the edge, maybe bull nose, but I think the rustic finish goes well with the stonework. What other details? So yeah, Greg's obviously just pointing underneath again, not really visible. Slightly better bond at the front of the step, and just cleaner finish, of course. Any other details? I think all I'll say is, like, once you have your first slab on, you can use the level to level across, make sure your beds are the right height. So obviously too low, you're going to have to pull it back off, bed up again. Too high, you'll be walloping for ages. We did notice as the mix started to dry out, obviously it's harder to get that tap down. Mist up your mix if you need to. Keep it nice and runny. Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, two different colours. The coping is going to be the same stone, that's going to run round, so that'll be our fourth step technically. Cobbles into that. Anyway, you'll have to check out a later video for all of that madness. See you there. Thank you very much for watching. I'm of course George Jones. Check us out on Instagram at GeorgeBuildJones. If you've got any questions, comments, would you have done things differently? What's your experience with limestone? Like I said, it's our first time using them as slabs. We've obviously used heaps of the limestone cobbles. Yeah, let us know. See you soon.